Hello everyone, welcome to 90.9 The Quadratic here for a little review for your open note quiz on Tuesday in geometry. Says really nice review for open note quiz, guys, on your homework assignment that is due tomorrow. You have many questions like this, so this should help you out as well. All right, number one, you guys, you have a rectangular prism. So surface area, you got two sides that are 17 by 8, two sides that are 13 by 17, and two sides that are 13 by 8. Find the respective areas, add them up. That's your answer for volume. It's simply area of the base, which is length times width times the actual heights. That's how you get the volume for that rectangular prism, guys. Number two, you got the cube. You have six sides that are all 7 by 7. That's how you get the surface area. And volume is simply length times width times heights. Now it's on to the triangular prism where we might have some issues. Triangular prism here, folks. You have two triangles that are both 12 by 9 base and height. 12, 9. So that's why I have 2 times area of a triangle is 1/2 base times height. Then you have a bottom rectangle that's 12 by 18. You have a slant rectangle that's 18 by 15. You have a vertical rectangle, the wall, that's 9 by 18. All right, add them all up, 756. Volume for any prism is area of the base times height. The base of a triangular prism is a triangle. So you do 1/2 base times height, that's the area of the base, times the actual height of the prism. It goes from base to base, triangle to triangle. That distance is 18. That's why an 18's out there. That volume, 972. All right, got to do a little Pythagorean Theorem on number 4, folks. To figure out the height of this triangular base, you draw a perpendicular line down for the height. That cuts 10.5. You have a 5, 12, 13 triangle. If you didn't know that, Pythagorean Theorem, but please try to have some of those written down. Again, it is an open note quiz and test this week. Surface area is 2 of those triangles, 1/2 base times height, plus you have a bottom rectangle that is 10 by 27. Then you have 2 slant rectangles. That's why there's two slant rectangles that are 13 by 27. Add them all up. 1092. The volume is area of the base, which is a triangle. That's why we say 1/2. The base of the triangle is 10. The height is 12 times the actual height of the prism. Goes from triangle to triangle. That is 27. All right, folks, moving on here. Cylinders. This should be a pretty easy page, maybe besides number 7. Cylinder, that is the surface area formula, folks. The radius is 6 if the diameter is 12, so simply plug 6 in there, right there. The actual height of the cylinder is 23. Leave it in terms of pi. So do 2 times 6 times 23, attach pi. Square 6 and double it, attach pi. There's your surface area. Volume is pi radius squared times the heights. So do 36, which is 6 squared times 23. That's your volume, and it needs a pi. I forgot a pi. I should probably have a pin out here, but that should have a pi attached to it. All right, guys, for the surface area of a cone, it is pi RL, which is slant height, plus pi r squared. That's the area of the base. The radius is 8. To figure out the slant height is 17, so you have everything you need to know for your surface area. To figure out volume, that is 1/3 pi r squared times heights. You know what pi is. To figure out the heights, drop the height down. That forms a right triangle. 8, 15, 17 is another famous triple. All right, do 8 squared times 15, then divide it by 3 and attach pi. All right, pyramids can be a little bit challenging for us, folks. First off, surface area is 1/2 perimeter of the base times slant height plus area of the base. 18 gives you area of the base is 324. You have 4 sides that are 18. Perimeter of the base is 72. You need those 2 things in right there. Slant height, we need to find if the actual height is 12. Put a 12 right there. We've got to form a right triangle on the inside. This hypotenuse is the slant height. 18 is cut in half. This is a 9, 12, 15 triangle. Use Pythagorean Theorem if you have to. Slant height is 15. So we have 1/2 of 72 times 15 plus area of the base is 324. That's how we get our answer for surface area. Volume, you have 1/3 area of the base times heights. You're given everything you need to know in the initial problem. The actual height of the prism or the pyramid is 12, so it's 1/3 area of the base times 12. You get that answer. Cube, very easy. I have to give you the diameter or the radius. If the diameter is 8, the radius is 4. Surface area is 4 pi r squared. So take 4 squared and multiply it by 4. That's 64. Attach pi. 4/3 times pi r cubed is volume. You get, when you do 4/3, it's 64. Multiply it by 4, divide it by 3. You get that. Attach pi to it, or that's also 85.3 repeating pi. All right, so moving on. Again, that little assignment I gave you, was it Thursday or Friday, to be due on Monday, which is tomorrow. It has a lot of these same questions. Find the total volume of this composite figure, which is a cylinder and a cone. Volume of cylinder, pi r squared times height. So I give you everything you need to know. If the diameter is 12, the radius is 6 of the cylinder. And for the cone, you know that the radius is 6. Drop the height down, 6, 8, 10 when you do the Pythagorean Theorem, or just have that memorized. Anyway, 36 times 26 is 936 pi. 6 squared is 36. Times it by 8, divided by 3, you get 96. Add them up. That's your total volume in terms of pi. Here you have a cube and a pyramid. Volume of a cube. Length times width times height. That's 1,000. Pyramid is 1/3 area of the base times the height. Well, the base is a square. 10 by 10 is area of the base. The height of the pyramid, the slant height is 13. You drop the perpendicular line down. You take half of 10, which is 5. 5, 12, 13 triangle. Use Pythagorean Theorem if you need to. Again, guys, this is what you will be given on Monday. If I didn't say that, you're getting this on Monday. If you're watching this video on Sunday, this should help you. This should help you figure out that homework assignment if you're struggling. All right, so add them up, you get 1,400 cubic feet. And lastly, a cylinder that is 10 centimeters wide, that's the diameter, so the radius is 5, and 14 centimeters tall, that's the height, can hold how many ounces? If 1 cubic centimeter is a milliliter, and 29.6 milliliters is 1 ounce. So volume question, pi radius squared times height, you're given everything. Leave it in terms of pi first, then actually type this in your calc. It's about almost 1,100 cubic centimeters, which is the same thing as almost 1,100 milliliters. Finally, divided by 29.6. That's how many ounces. Guys, that's really not a hard question. That kind of did throw us for a loop on your first quiz this chapter. That shouldn't be that bad, all right? A sewer pipe that is 84 inches wide and 6 inches thick all around. That means the initial diameter is 84, and you have a 6 and 6 there. Its actual diameter that fluid moves through is 72 inches, which is 6 feet, so the radius is 3 feet. It's also 22 feet long, that's the height. What volume in cubic feet could 5 of these hold? 5 of these, so that's just 1. Looks like we're gonna have to come over here and actually use a pencil this time. Gonna use a pencil this time and correct our mistake. Gonna take this on a little journey here. 622. How big could 622 be? Anyway, that's just the volume for one of these. So you just multiply it by 5. So that should be this. All right. So my mistake on that one. Multiply that by 5, and that should be exactly 3110 cubic feet. And there was another little boo-boo we made earlier. This one needed a pi. Anyway, folks, these are the answers for your really nice review for Open Note quiz. Again, you have a big week this week. You have a quiz on Tuesday, a test on Friday, and wishing you good luck. Stan, the little man. Say hi, Stan. All right, this is 90.9 The Quadratic signing out.